Viktor Gyokeres should snub Manchester United for Arsenal. That is the verdict of Anders Limper, the Swedish midfielder who spent 4 years with the Gunners between 1990 and 94. Limper, 59, considers himself to be a long-time mentor of Gyokeres, 26, and says that one of Europe's most coveted centre-forwards should choose Mikel Arteta's side amid interest from a host of clubs across the continent. Gyokeres has been on fire at Sporting Lisbon this season under new United head coach Ruben Amorim, and the former Coventry man scored 4 goals in his national team's UEFA Nations League rout of Azerbaijan on Tuesday night. I know Gyokeres very well personally. I was a bit of a mentor for him when he played for Bromma Poikana, he and Ludvig Augustensen, so I've talked a lot about professional life with him, Limper told Football Direct. He's a fantastically hard-working forward who scores a lot of goals. If we at Arsenal were to buy Gyokeres, then he will definitely call me, but then to see Gyokeres at Arsenal, that would be crazy. His work rate, he runs like a madman. When it doesn't work out for Viktor, he works his way into the game with uncomfortable runs. When other top forwards aren't doing well, they don't work so hard for the team, they save their energy. Viktor never saves his energy. When things are a bit slow, he works his way into a game with runs, that's why it has gone so well. Limper also thinks that Gyokeres will have no issues adapting to life in the Premier League after successfully cutting his teeth at Coventry City in the Championship before heading to Lisbon. He added, "We have to remember that the Portuguese league is inferior to the Premier League, but when Manchester City came to visit Lisbon, he scored a hat-trick, so he's fully capable of scoring in England. He has played for Coventry and scored goals. He knows the English mentality. I think his next step is to play in the Premier League, and he can really choose which team he wants to play in." The November international break has officially concluded, and all Manchester United players have returned to Carrington to resume club duties. The training ground is once again buzzing with energy as the squad reunites under manager Ruben Amorim's leadership, preparing for the critical weeks ahead. The past 2 weeks saw many of United's stars represent their national teams across various competitions, delivering impressive performances while staying injury-free, a relief for the club and fans alike. Among those who stood out were Bruno Fernandes, who captained Portugal to 2 victories in the UEFA qualifiers, and Marcus Rashford, who scored a crucial goal for England in their friendly against Germany. Meanwhile, players like Casemiro and Alejandro Garnacho travelled back from South America, where they played pivotal roles for Brazil and Argentina respectively. The younger stars, including Kobbie Mainoo, remained at Carrington during the break, taking advantage of focused training sessions to refine their skills under the watchful eye of Amorim and his staff. Today's training session at Carrington marked the first time in 2 weeks that the entire squad gathered as one. Players were seen exchanging handshakes and laughs, creating an atmosphere of camaraderie and excitement for what lies ahead. Amorim wasted no time, kicking off the session with recovery-focused drills to ease those who had travelled long distances back into action. Positional play and pressing drills were the highlights of the day as Amorim continues to implement his tactical philosophy. Players like Fernandes and Casemiro were quick to adjust, demonstrating their leadership by setting the tone for others during the session. Young talents, including Mainoo and Garnacho, were also heavily involved, further signalling Amorim's trust in the next generation. With the international break behind them, Manchester United faces a busy schedule that includes Premier League clashes and European competition. Amorim and his team have little time to waste as they gear up for their next challenge. The squad's full availability will be a key asset as the Reds look to build momentum in the second half of the season. The successful completion of the international break and the squad's clean bill of health bring renewed optimism to the club. As the players regroup and refocus, fans can expect a united front heading into the crucial period ahead. Stay tuned as Manchester United returns to action, ready to take on their rivals with a refreshed squad and new determination. It would be a testament to Ruben Amorim's ability and communication should Manchester United hit the ground running in his first few matches as head coach. The team are having to get used to a radically different setup, with the Portuguese expected to adopt the 3-4-3 formation which brought him so much success at Sporting CP. United have not played a back three at Old Trafford since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's final home match in 2021. Amorim's maiden game will come at Ipswich Town, by which time he will have only had a handful of days to meet the main bulk of his squad, with those on international duty set to return later this week. United are of course expected to beat Ipswich, but fans should not be dismayed if the team do not look free-flowing just yet given the context. One of the most severe role changes is at full-back, or rather wing-back. It is simply unknown how Diogo Dalot, Noussair Mazraoui, Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia will cope with the new demands in this system. Shaw has played wing-back for England before, but hardly ever in a 3-4-3 formation. Ideally, Amorim will wish to bring in players better suited to his tactics, especially at full-back. While it's been no surprise to see Bayern Munich star Alphonso Davies linked with United amidst Amorim's appointment. The flying full-back is so adept at working the flank that he has sometimes been played as a winger. Still only 24, the Canada international sees his contract in Germany expire this summer, and there are doubts over whether the club can convince him to renew. Several reports have linked United with an interest as a result. One, though, claims soon-to-be free agent Davies will command a £10 million signing-on fee. Although that's relatively hefty, United would snap Bayern's hand off if he was available for such a transfer fee, and they can speak to him about a move from January. Davies also offers longevity, which chimes in well with the young ages of Kobbie Mainoo, Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund. If United can lure him to Old Trafford, then that is a real statement of intent. His arrival would particularly unlock the prowess of Garnacho. The Argentine is sometimes shifted out to the right due to being a victim of his own success. He has proven to be more penetrating there than Marcus Rashford and Antony, with Ahmad still on his journey to truly nailing down the spot. The problem is, Garnacho is better suited on the left. Every one of his 6 goals during the regular season have come from the left, with the 20-year-old often cutting a frustrated figure when swapped out to the opposite channel. But even out on the left, he has been left isolated at times. This is no fault of Garnacho's, but it does mean he has had to make his own luck, which underlines his excellent output in the left-sided role. Having Davies support him down that flank could see him elevate to new levels and become unshiftable. The academy product is the team's top scorer, and the flack he has been subjected to by a handful of critics has been greatly overblown. It was a shame to see him not wanting to celebrate his goal against Leicester City as a result of a minority of naysayers. Garnacho has a glittering career ahead of him if his full potential can be unlocked. For this to happen, he needs support at this stage of his journey, and Davies can be the catalyst to propel him forward into that future. In the high-paced world of Manchester United's training sessions, moments of personal mentorship often define the trajectory of young players. One such moment recently unfolded when Ruben Amorim, known for his tactical brilliance and commitment to developing talent, pulled rising star Kobbie Mainoo aside for some one-on-one coaching. Mainoo, an 18-year-old midfielder whose rise through United's academy has been nothing short of remarkable, embodies the future of the club. After making his senior debut last season and earning praise for his composure on the ball, the youngster has become a player to watch. Erik Ten Hag's faith in youth is evident, but moments like these highlight the collective effort behind the scenes to mould these players into elite professionals. During training, Amorim was seen engaging Mainoo with animated gestures, breaking down specific tactical scenarios. Observers noted Amorim emphasising positional awareness, decision-making under pressure, and the importance of off-the-ball movement areas that could elevate Mainoo's game. Amorim, who joined United's coaching staff as part of Ten Hag's vision to revitalise the club, has already made a significant impact. His ability to translate complex tactical instructions into actionable insights has been praised by both players and staff. For a player like Mainoo, who is transitioning from academy starlet to first-team contender, having a mentor like Amorim is invaluable. Ruben brings a modern perspective to the game, and his willingness to work closely with younger players is refreshing, a source close to the club shared. He sees potential in Mainoo and wants to ensure he maximises it. With United's midfield undergoing a transformation, opportunities for players like Mainoo to step up are growing. Casemiro's experience, Bruno Fernandes' creativity, and Mason Mount's dynamism provide a solid foundation, but Mainoo offers something unique: youthful energy, combined with technical flair and a natural understanding of the game. Amorim's tactical advice could help Mainoo adapt to United's evolving style under Ten Hag. Whether it's breaking the lines with incisive passes, maintaining defensive discipline, or dictating tempo, Mainoo is being groomed to handle the challenges of the Premier League. Moments like this reflect Manchester United's broader philosophy, building a bridge between the academy and first team. Under Ten Hag's leadership, and with a coach like Amorim on the staff, the club is focused not just on winning now, but also on laying a foundation for sustainable success. Players like Mainoo are central to that vision. As Manchester United prepares for crucial fixtures, fans can take heart in the fact that the club is investing in its future, one training session at a time. For Kobbie Mainoo, the journey has only just begun, but with mentors like Ruben Amorim guiding him, the sky's the limit.